TV. We are live. What's up, Miss Yvonne Baker?
What's up, Lady T?
Oh, not a bunch. Welcome to Hot Topics Talk Radio TV tonight. I am Toni Breedlove, and I am here with the beautiful, incomparable Miss Yvonne Baker. And right there, that handsome gentleman right there, standing still with nothing to say,
For once.
is Rollin D. Yay!
Woo!
Oh my gosh. So it's just going to be me and Yvonne Baker tonight. Roland D is sitting out tonight. He had some things he had to do and wasn't going to be able to make it in time. Sorry, I'm trying to adjust. So we thought we would add Roland D to tonight's show in our own very special way.
I can't see.
And you can't see him?
No, I
Oh
have
my
no
God.
inspiration.
Oh.
I have no desperation.
No desperation. So with his picture there, we'll ask him a question every now and then, and we'll wait for his response. How's that?
Okay, as long as you can see him.
I can see him. Oh my gosh. Well, tonight's topic is one that you, I think, came about because of a recent Steve Harvey strawberry letter.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
They have some really good. Oh
Oh,
my goodness, they have some
so I
good
know
letters coming through.
some of those topics. I sit in the car on the way to work and I think, oh dear God, what are these people thinking
I
when they
know.
write in? It's just it's the strangest crap people write in about. Because I was listening to one this morning, and I don't know if you heard it, but it was this woman wrote in saying that my son-in-law is looking at me.
Oh, I've seen. Yeah. Well. Because I want to give you this one. I'm not going to tell you what the topic is because I
Okay.
want it to be a surprise. But it was something similar.
Okay. Okay.
I'm not going to tell you what. I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to tell you.
Oh my gosh. Really?
Really, we'll save it
Why
for a
not?
show.
Oh my gosh. I don't like being said that there's something going on and then all of a sudden people pull back.
Well, I'll tell you when we're off the show.
Oh my gosh. You've got to be kidding me.
Okay. So you said she said that her daughter's husband is looking at her.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like he has like lustful thoughts
Well,
about her,
what
about the
about
mother.
what about the mother having sex with two son-in-laws?
Are you serious?
Yes.
Oh, that's going to be a good one. That will be a good one.
I
OMG.
know they have some topics come through there, and I don't even know how Shirley and Steve come up with any kind of responses.
I don't either. I don't either. But tonight we got a pretty good one.
Now we have a good.
Tonight, I think
We
this
have.
is a pretty good one. Tonight's topic is the perfect mate, but
Mm-hmm.
less than perfect credit.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
What was it about this particular topic in this strawberry letter, Miss Yvonne Baker, that kind of piqued you to want to talk about it?
Well, you know what? It the scenario is. I mean, a lot of people, not a lot of people, especially since the economy crashed in '08.
Uh,
A lot of
mm-hmm.
people have bad credit now.
You
The
think?
credit scores drop. The I don't know how they're rating the FICO scores now, but um, but there's a lot of people that have bad credit, and it just seems like they're those that do have was able to maintain a good their good credit.
Mm-hmm.
It's embarrassing, kind of embarrassing to say, well, you know what, my credit ain't so good, because I mean, it kind of the person with good credit, because I know I'm building my credit back up, and it's
Okay.
not bad now, but when I talk to somebody that says, well, my credit is kind of shot, and I'm like, how shot is
How
that?
shot is it? but but do you think that when you
Excuse me.
start dating someone, that should even be, well, let me back up, because there's a right time and a wrong time, or there's not a time to talk about certain situations, right?
Right?
About your personal life, because I think we had even mentioned trying to do a show about bringing up your past, or I think we had touched on it,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
So when you talk about bringing up your past, like serving, a certain amount of time in prison and things like that, when is the right time to bring up credit?
Well, you first want to feel the person out. You first want to get to know the person to see if there's any kind of chemistry between the two of you,
Mm,
and then you you see what they're working with. Because if you go to a restaurant,
mm.
and I always pay attention to what they pay with.
See, you a player, player.
No, I'm very observant. I have to say I'm observant.
Okay.
But if they pull out a debit card, and normally a guy will open his wallet, and you just kind of see if there are
What?
any Visas and Mastercards or American Expresses over in there. And if he
You
pull out
be
the,
all in it like that?
I'll be all in his business.
Serious?
Serious.
Oh my God, Yvonne, really? Come on. Hey, Jacqueline.
I don't do it where it's so that he's gonna ask me, what the hell are you looking at? I kind of glance over.
So it'd be like, okay, you're just looking at the crowd, but you're looking down at his wallet.
So, if he's got, a couple of credit cards, two, three, four credit cards in his wallet, then I mean, it could be those kind of rebuilding credit cards, but it's still, he's got credit. But if he's just only thing he's got in there is his debit card and his health card, then you want to kind of say, okay, so,
Oh my
and then
gosh,
of course he
really?
could leave it at home. Yeah, you got to pay attention to things. Got to pay attention to things. But I don't,
OMG.
you know what? And I don't judge them from that, though. I do not judge them from
You
that.
don't.
I don't, because just because I have 100 in my wallet doesn't mean that everybody has 100 credit cards.
Okay, so what do you think should be the amount that a guy would bring on the date?
You know what? See, now I have an issue with that, because
Okay.
I do. My issue is when we go on a date. Say we go to, well, steakhouse,
Hmm.
and I'm looking at the menu, and my little brain is like, okay, do I order from the top of the menu or do I order from the bottom of the menu? And I mean, it's like, okay, because I don't want to go ordering a prime rib dinner that's going to cost him $25, $26, and then he come telling me, well, you know what, that's not expensive. I've never had that happen, but you know, I just, I don't know. That confuses me which way I should order. So, um, you know, I don't know.
Okay, I'm trying to actually put the comments up. as we're going on. I'm hoping that they're showing up,
They're
but
not.
Yolanda is, yeah, I'm trying to figure out why. But so far we have Jacqueline. Hey, Jacqueline, what's going on? Yo,
Hey,
yo,
Jacqueline. What's up,
Miss
Yolanda?
Yolanda Polk. Yes. Um, but I'm trying to put their comments up, but Yolanda was asking why. Why though? Do I guess that was when we were talking about looking at the wallet when the guy pays.
Because looking at the wallet when the guy's pays, it just kind of judge. You have kind of judge what you're working with. If he's got good credit and I got bad credit, then he can help me
But
build
how do you know
credit.
he's got good credit just by his
I
wallet?
don't. I don't. But that I mean, you just kind of just gauging, what he has in his wallet. That's it. I wouldn't know, or anyone wouldn't know whether the other person has good or bad credit until they start talking about it. Until you start actually having a conversation about it. But you're not going to have that kind of conversation on the second or third date.
Okay, so when do you start talking about credit? I mean, because a lot of people don't, they don't get into that conversation, and that's how they end up in bad relationships.
But why would end up in a bad relationship if they've got bad credit?
Money is always going to be the number one
But
reason for money or
just
issue.
because they have bad credit don't mean they don't have no money. They just chose to
True,
pay their bills.
true,
Or you know what,
true.
something could have happened where, that caused them to um, just not be able to keep up their credit. So now they're, get straight again and now they're rebuilding.
All right. So, oh crap, I lost what I was doing here. Okay, so Jacqueline said she would just let him order fries and follow suit um, with what he is ordering, and she had commented about earlier about McDonald's, just taking him to McDonald's. Yolanda says, "I will take your butt to McDonald's." No, Yolanda said, "I'll take your butt to McDonald's and pay with cash." And then she says, "LOL, just kidding." You're
Oh, she
right, Yolanda.
she take Brian to she take Brian
Exactly.
to McDonald's all the time.
Okay. Oh my
And Popeye.
gosh. Oh my gosh. But you know what? It is a big deal because I think, like I said, and it is proven over time that the number one reason why people's relationships don't last or marriages seem to fall apart is because of finances.
Yes.
Okay, so but when you're meeting someone on in the initially when you're meeting someone, uh, are you actually looking for him to have good credit? Would you hope that he's having good
I
credit?
would hope
Has good credit?
I would hope he's got good credit. I'm not looking for him to have good credit. I'm hoping he has good credit. That way, if he's got good credit and I'm building mine up, he could be building his up too. But I mean, we could collectively, if there was any kind of you know seriousness about our relationship, we could commingle and accomplish stuff. I can be very creative.
Well, me too. I mean, I think we both had to be because raising kids by ourselves and maintaining households by ourselves as
Hmm.
women, we had to be creative.
Yep.
So, I mean, that's a given. Jacqueline says people just don't have the real conversations. You agree?
Yeah, I do. People don't. But see, after I talk to a person maybe three times, then I start going into what their, um, it's, I don't go with the credit. we started talking about different things that they have, and some kind of way they start talking about, well, conversation. Well, one conversation was like, well, I had so much this. I had 3 cars, 2 trucks, and a car, and blah blah blah. And then when the wife left, she took all that, and all my credit went down the drain, and all this. So I know his credit has had some issues.
Mm.
But then, his say stuff like, well, I'm rebuilding. I've applied for different, I had to go bankrupt. I've applied for different credit cards. So I'm rebuilding my credit. We've all been there. Well,
Yeah, because
not,
I think but I think, and you're right. I think that at this age, when you get to where we are, in this stage of life, yes, we've gone through some things. Things have fallen apart and they've,
mhm.
picked back up. Um, but how much, and I don't want to sound cruel here because I don't want to sound like, I don't want to, I'm going to say this. I don't want nobody sending me messages talking about Tony sound like a gold digger. Okay. I don't want to hear those. I don't want to get those messages. I just don't. But
Glad I can't
my,
see him.
well, my thing is that, I mean, I could meet a guy and he's all of that, from the surface,
Mm-hmm.
right? He's all of that from the surface. But when it gets to the point where his shit's raggedy, then I have a problem. Because my thing is don't rope me in and get me all into you, and then your shit's raggedy, and then all of a sudden it's like almost that you will want me to be responsible or have to take part in your irresponsibilities that you have taken on, or because your shit's raggedy, you want me to be raggedy. I
No,
I can't do
I
it.
understand. I understand wholeheartedly. And anybody that's listening to this or listens to it, they should understand that too. And I give you an example. Meadow Boy and
Which
first,
old boy? Oh,
I don't know if I told
did
you
you
about
say old boy? The
oh,
one
Meadow Boy in
in
Texas.
Texas?
Yeah, this was not too long after I moved there.
Okay.
He moved to into my area from Florida, and he's moved in with his daughter because he said he was looking for some place to live, and this was all over the phone. So we were um, we were talking. Now his profile, I met him online. His profile, because they asked you, do you have a car, and you put down yes or no. So he put down yes.
Okay.
So when we were going to meet at the restaurant, he decided he wanted to go to Fridays
Okay.
because Fridays have the 2 for 1.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So I didn't have a problem with that. You know, first date, you got to be a little frugal. You can't go spending no $100 on $200 on a date.
Right.
So when we were getting ready to meet up at the restaurant, something told me to call him before I left.
Okay.
So I called him and I asked him, I'm like, okay, well, I'm headed to the restaurant. Are you on your way? Oh, baby, I just woke up. And my daughter's not back yet. I'm like, your daughter's not back?
Whoa.
Uh, why would you need your daughter? Is she over the age of 21? He said, yeah, but she was gonna let me use her car. I said, oh shit. I'm sorry.
Oh my God.
So
But he said in his profile that he had a car.
yeah, he put in his profile he had a car. He actually put in his profile that he was employed.
And he was not?
No, he's drawing disability. But I didn't find that out until later, over dinner, after I had to go pick him up.
Wait a minute. Let me stop you.
What?
Who paid?
Oh hell, I wasn't gonna pay. I don't know where he got the money from or where he would, but I sat right there and twirled my tongue, and I even ordered a steak.
Oh my God. Hey, Latanya Crawford. Oh my God.
But so I mean, we're sitting there and we're talking, and this is when I find out that he's on. Actually, he's drawing Social Security disability. He don't have a car. He's got to stay with his daughter and her husband and her kids because he didn't have nowhere to live. So, but see, what I should have done was when I pulled up there to pick him up because I was hungry. I said, "Oh, okay, I'll come pick you up." I was hungry. I hadn't eaten all day because I was ready. I was getting ready for this date. And when I went to pick him up, he was nothing like his profile.
Oh
I
dear
know I'm getting
God.
off the subject, but he was nothing like his profile. I pull up there in my little Nissan, and I looked. I'm like, oh hell no! I'm like, oh God, is this a joke?
Okay, so I'm going to take this moment to get off a topic because I want to know more. So, what was it that made you say, Yolanda said, you got catfished?
I did. Exactly. I got catfished.
OMG. So, what did he look like?
So, okay, picture this.
Oh
On his
boy.
picture, on his profile, he's standing back. And he's standing up there. He looked kind of like red bones. You know how red people,
Who's that?
reddish
Oh,
people
okay.
get
He had that
red.
red skin tone.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So he's standing up there. He got his arms out like this, all muscular, chest stuck out, had freckles. I'm like, this brother looks kind of good. So I
I
pull
love
up.
a brother with freckles.
I
I
have no
do.
problems with you. Got freckles.
I do have freckles. People can't see them, but I do have freckles.
So I pull up to the curb. Here comes this little fat, flabby. Oh my God. Let me tell you. He smiled.
Oh dear
He
God.
said, wait a minute. He said he told me on the phone, he said he had a little dental work.
I cannot. I'm glad I don't have my false eyelashes up. Oh my
So he says he needed a little dental work. So I'm like, oh,
God. Oh my God.
honey, when I got there and he smiled, he had a tooth here. It was like a one fang there, and the bottom teeth was. He needed to have all that shit pulled out and started over again.
So
Well,
again, did he have bad credit?
you know what? I don't know. At that point, I really didn't care because I knew it wasn't going to go no further than that night.
Oh my God. But wait a minute. See, Jacqueline says, she said that's why she don't date. Cannot be bothered with the games. Okay. And then Jacqueline says she's on a roll tonight. She said catfish, tuna, salmon, the whole 9 yards.
Yes, yes, yes.
Oh my God.
Oh,
Whew.
yes. And then he
Okay.
had the nerve. Oh, gosh. He
Hey,
had
Dana Butler.
he had the nerve to ask me that I like what I see.
Okay. Hold on. He did what?
Did I like what I saw?
Okay. And then when he said that, you said,
I looked at him, and I'm trying to be nice. I am really trying to be nice. 'Cause I didn't want to hurt him. Because you know what?
hurt his feelings. Shit. He was
Wait,
already
wait,
hurting.
no, I had already hurt his feelings in the restaurant.
Oh, dear Lord.
And all I wanted to do was get get him home. I should have drove off when I saw him walk out that door. But get him home and just park. Wait, and he had wait, whoa, whoa, whoa. Let's back it up. So he says, I know
Jacqueline,
we're getting all
wait
off
a
the
minute,
topic, but
Jacqueline, you supposed to be a Christian woman. She said hell to the no.
well, wait a minute. Wait. He told me, he said, when I told him, I said, okay, well, I'll come and pick you up before we got going to the restaurant. He said, well, my daughter told me I shouldn't give out my address because you might be a stalker.
What the a stalker.
A stalker. Oh my,
A stalker.
a
What you gonna so you
stalker.
gonna stalk the neighbor? You be stalking the neighbor and not his ass. Serious?
I swear to God.
But I want
I
to
told,
know, okay, if his daughter thought that there was somebody that would have enough gumption to stalk him, what in the world is she seeing?
I don't know. I have no clue. And my thought is, if he looked like he looked, how in the hell does she look?
Yolanda said she would have said, "Hold on, I'll be back."
That would have been a good one. I
And
said
she said you should have left him there, left him in there behind. Let's see, Jacqueline, y'all on the road tonight. Uh, well, don't ask questions. Oh, dang, it changed. Well, don't ask questions that you don't want answers to. Dana Butler, Dana Butler just said, "I'm dead." OMG. So, okay. And I know the show is supposed to be about credit, but we're
that.
getting there.
We're
Okay.
getting there.
We are getting there. We have a strange way of going through the method, but we're getting there. So, I want to know what happened after the date, after you dropped him off. Did you hear from him?
Every day he was ringing my phone.
That's because your ass had the better credit. Oh my god. Oh my
His
god.
brother was I had to block his number.
Serious?
Yeah, he was calling me. I mean, he was. You know what? I really like you, and this man.
Oh my god. Tell the truth. Say it. Tell it. Whatever it is.
This no seriously. This man was. I don't want. He was simple. So I asked him. I
Wait,
said,
simple in a man of means or simple like
"Uh huh."
simple. Oh, simple?
Okay. So I asked him. He okay. Now he said he worked. I can't remember where he said he worked, but it was a big company
Okay.
by way of Walmart. So he said he got. This was
I'm
over dinner.
sorry for, and I know people are looking at my face thinking, what the hell? Uh,
This was over dinner. So he was telling me that he got injured working at Walmart. I said, so you retained an workers' comp attorney, right? Oh, I got paid. I got paid. I said, no. I said, did you retain an attorney? No, I said, you had a workers' comp case. Did you return? Did you hire? Did you hire an attorney? Uh, uh, no. I said, you didn't hire an attorney? He said, no. They just offered me some money and I took it. So
Huh?
I said, but you had a workers' comp case. You got, and I didn't ask him how much he took, but
He
so
probably gave him $100. It's
hey,
like I done come up.
he's moving on up. But we got on the thing about his Social Security. Now he wasn't drawing Social Security. I said, "Well, were you paying Social Security when you were working in Florida?" I was paying. I was paying the taxes. I said no. I said Social Security. So when you get to a certain age, which he was already there, that he could draw his Social Security. I don't think so. I said, didn't you look at your paycheck stub? Nah, I never looked at them things. I said, so you just got your check and went and cashed it and did what you did. Yeah. I said, well, did you pay state tax? I don't know if state tax. He didn't know whether he paid state tax.
Girl, stop.
You know what? This man might have been
Yeah, he
pulling
was
my leg.
simple. He was simple.
I,
He was simple.
and I asked him. I said, well, can't you call somebody and ask them do Florida pay state tax?
What's up, Russell McNeil? Good to see you, my love. Hope to see you
Oh,
on the second. Oh my God, you gotta be kidding me.
I would not. This man. Then he asked me to help him find out. I said, man, how am I gonna help you? Why would I help you?
First of
I
all, he
help
should
you.
get it. No, he should get his daughter to help him since he figures you were a stalker.
She might have been
Because
just
now
as
you would
simple as
have
he
been
was.
trying to get his money.
She might have been simple as he is.
Oh, dear. Well, she had to be, girl, if she said, you better be careful. She might be a stalker.
Oh,
OMG.
and you know what? All this happened in
OMG.
one night. So I
Hold
didn't
on.
care.
Did you just say one night?
One night, uh, 2.5 hours. We met at 7. I was back home
I
by
think I would have
9:30.
slipped my wrists after 1 hour.
I
I would have slipped my
I
wrists.
had no. I was sitting there getting drunk. I had to have 2 drinks, and he didn't even. And he didn't even. He ordered his food before I even figured out what I wanted.
OMG. Oh no, he was a bad date. It wasn't even
That
worth
was
trying to
a
figure
bad
out if he
day for
did
me.
have good credit.
I tell. I
Russell
didn't.
just asked you who paid for dinner.
No, he did. He did. I'd
Okay.
have got up and walked out.
Oh my God.
I had 2 drinks, honey. I would have been out of there. See you.
Okay, so let me tell you about since we sharing.
Bring it on. Bring it on.
This was a while ago, but this is like one that sticks with you and you need therapy afterwards,
Like
right?
this one I just said. Yeah.
So, same thing, met somebody on the internet and only to find out, and this was when I was in California, I was working for OCTA, right? And I was taking the
Uh-huh.
train. And so talked to this guy online, then ended up talking to him on the phone, and only to find out that we were riding the train together, but we didn't know each other. We didn't know the other was riding the train.
Mm.
So we got a kick out of that. Figured, okay, well, let's just go ahead, just grab some dinner one evening, blah blah blah. So he tells me, he says, his car's in the shop. I'm like, okay, that could be, I'm okay with that. So I said, well, I'll pick you up. So now, mind you, during these conversations, this brother is always bragging about, his wear, what he wears, he was claiming to be a label hoe.
Mm.
Okay.
Mm.
And you know me, I love to shop. but I don't do the label whole kind of things, right?
Right.
So I'm very particular when people say, they dress a certain way, right? So I tell him, I said, okay, I'll pick you up. So got off the train, got in the car, and headed to pick him up so we could go to dinner. When I tell you I should have sped off, no, I should have run him over. That's what I should have done. This brother, now you work, he worked for some, those movie houses that do movie production, film production, that
Yeah.
kind of thing. So he's bragging he making good money, this, that, and the other. Now your car's in the shop. I drive to get you. You tell me, don't don't go to the address that he gave me. Go to the store that's next to the address that he gave me. So I pull up, brother standing there with a knockoff jersey on, these Timberland boots, these baggy pants. Now this is a dude that's like in his 40s. Okay.
Uh-huh.
So immediately I'm turned off. So it's already dark in the evening. And so I really couldn't see him. So we went to I think it was Olive Garden, and everything was lit up. So when we got in there, I could see him, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yvonne, when we opened the door, I couldn't see him in the dark when we were going from the car to the restaurant. Opened the door and brother stepped in and I stepped in. And he turned around. Girl, he didn't have no teeth up here.
Oh.
He had on this knockoff jersey. Um, the hell? I'm sick of people in here. Don't come in my show with your bullshit. Then he had the jersey had all these stains and just, you know, just ugly. Just ew. That was the worst nightmare of my life. Then so we order, check comes later. He says, I forgot my wallet. I said, oh, that's too bad. So I told the girl, the waitress, I got up, I went to the bathroom. I told her, I said, can you split the check? I'll pay for mine and he'll try and pay for his. And she said, are you serious? I said, I'm very serious. And I got back to the seat. This brother is trying to order something else, another drink. I got up. I said, excuse me. I said I was going to the bathroom, went over to the waitress station, gave her my card, paid for my meal, and I walked out. That brother called me and called me and called me. He left messages. I was every bitch. I'm like, dude, really? That was a nightmare. Oh my gosh. Oh my
You
gosh.
didn't tell me
So,
about that one.
huh?
So did he have good credit?
Girl, I ain't thinking about you. I am not thinking about you. Okay, so I'm gonna address some people that are in the chat area. Uh and I'm gonna let the folks in the chat area start to tear you up, coming in my
Oh.
shows,
Oh.
acting like you don't have good sense.
Oh, we have
Okay.
trolls.
Yeah, we got trolls because they don't have shit else to do. But I'll let you have it because you're not gonna ruin my show. How's that? And if you don't have shit else to do, go do it with somebody else. Okay. Don't worry about what my pootatang look like. Okay. Or anybody
Oh.
else's look like in here.
They
So
better
you can
worry
go
what
about your business. Huh?
they need to worry what their own pootie tang look like.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, thank you, Dana Butler. He says that I did what I was supposed to do, get up and leave.
Yes, you did.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So let me say this because we didn't mention no sponsors. We only have 15 minutes left on the show. We're not doing what we're supposed to do. Hot Topics Talk Radio, the Hot Topics Talk Radio Network is sponsored by Shades of Africa in two locations, in the city of Corona and in the city of Long Beach. Also sponsored by Miss Gina Smith of SBMG Media, and also FES Protection with Stephanie Warren Jenkins. And last but certainly not least, Mr. Reggie Kearney of the Urban Sentinel. For more information regarding all of our sponsors, head on over to our website at hottopicstalkradio.com/sponsors. While you're there, make sure that you check out some of the other shows. Check out the archives. We've got shows that are going all the way back to 2011. You can see what it was like when we first started. Also, make sure that you check out the resources page and everything there on the website. And you can also find out more about the hosts on all of the shows and as well send them a message. Um, what else was I going to say? I was going to say something. Go ahead. I'm done with my story.
Oh, I'm done with my. You know what? This always happens. We start with one topic and then we end up something doing something else.
Mm. Okay, Alexa, Jacob, if you don't have shit else to do, you don't have to come in here and talk about nothing about me because, baby, ain't nothing about this shit on my head synthetic. So get your life, okay? Let's do that. How's that? Ain't shit synthetic over here. So get your life. Mm. Yo whack ass. How's that? Coming in my room. Mm. Don't have shit else to do? Don't have no friends? Get a life, bitch. Okay. That's the way I do my thing. Okay. Because I know ain't nothing bad about my skin, baby. How's that? Oh, I love people like that.
I don't know why people have to come in and just ruin shit or
They ain't
try to
ruining nothing.
anyway.
Yeah. They ain't ruining nothing. That's called lack of life.
It is. But you know what? I'm gonna tell you, it's strange how you can start off with a really good conversation, and soon as you mention something that, okay, so it's like I meet guys on the internet,
Hmm.
and they ask me, well, how long you been in the area and stuff. As soon as I tell them why I'm there, I never hear from them again.
Why is
Isn't that weird?
that?
I don't know. So,
Oh, that's
a lot of
strange.
times we don't, and I guess sometimes, whatever it is, credit wise, or sometimes you need to really find out all this up front.
Yeah.
Because,
Yeah.
because
But
if,
what does that conversation look like?
but find out about the credit.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you kind of have to be a little bit like an investigator. You have
Mm-hmm.
to get creative with, instead of just coming out right out and saying, you have good credit or bad credit. You just you have you have to go with the flow. It just depends on how long you guys have been talking.
Mm-hmm.
So after maybe the third time I'm talking to a person, I can pretty much tell what the credit looks like.
Really?
Hmm.
Well, you've got some folks, that are, very well off, but they don't flaunt their money. So how would that be?
Well, you know what? When I meet somebody that's very well off, I'll let you know.
I'm just saying, because you know what? Because it was said that who was that? Bill Gates. He had drove around in a raggedy car for forever, but had money.
Well, yeah, but the people that I've talked to, they're not. I mean, you don't judge a book by its cover, but
Yeah.
it's just you be respectful when you're asking people about their person. You start asking off into their financials. You know, because you have some people that say they're retired,
Yeah.
and especially once you get to a certain age, they're retired.
Hmm.
Retired from what? How long were
Hmm.
you in? Were you
Yeah.
ever married? And I mean, they will normally. the men will start talking about their finances themselves. If you ask the right questions, they'll answer you the way you want them to answer.
But some people don't know how to actually get that conversation started.
People love to talk about themselves.
Not to that extent, though, do they?
Yes, to that extent. I mean, it's you laugh and you talk. Your first conversation is gonna you just laughing and talking, and you just if you have a good communication, if you have a good rapport going, you just laughing and talking, you're bullshitting. That's what
Hmm.
people are looking
Hmm.
for. You're just bullshitting back and forth. Second conversation is you start telling. It could be even the first one, but you
Right,
start talking about yourself. Well, I did this and I'm there. I was married this many times. I have this many
right,
kids,
right.
and then you ask them about themselves. Have you ever been married? How many times? And normally, people will start telling you about themselves because people do like to talk about themselves.
I don't know, because I think, if I have those serious conversations, people seem to clam up. I don't know why.
Not if you let them take the lead. I mean, I don't know if it's. I can't answer that, but I know the ones that I've talked to, they pretty much just start telling me all kind of stuff about themselves, about their finances, how many times they've been married. Like the guy was telling you, he wanted to sell his house and move to Killeen with me. I mean, he was shoot, and it started off as just a little bit, and then it just started getting more and more and more into his credit. He said
Mm.
so. He said he had filed bankruptcy before, filed bankruptcy before, but he's starting to rebuild, and how long he's been in his home, and what his aspirations were, and it's just he just went all into it. But he lost me when he wanted to sell his house and move in with me. That's when it was like,
Because you had told us about that a
yeah,
couple of weeks back.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Me and Dee were shocked.
I was shocked because when he said that, I went, huh?
Thank you, Miss Dana Butler. Thank you. Um, hey, Miss Daniels, haven't seen you in a long time. Good to see you. Very good to see you. Oh my gosh, we have probably about 10 minutes. So, everybody who is listening in and watching in tonight, I'm sorry, I'm screwing with this earpiece. Um, I want to hear if you, the question would you be patient enough for waiting on someone who says, I'm rebuilding? Can you be patient to wait on them to get rebuilt? If that's is that a fair question?
Not really. Because, okay, you know what? I'm rebuilding could be at many levels.
Okay.
They could have just started rebuilding their credit, or they could have been in the process for, a year, 2 years.
Okay.
Rebuilding people, if they've only got, hell, a 610 score, they're still rebuilding. So it just comes in different levels.
Yeah.
How far
Yeah.
into this rebuilding are you?
I, I don't know if I'm not patient enough. I'm just not. I'm not that patient because I've had to rebuild like myself, but it's like I wouldn't want to put anyone through that of rebuilding, especially if you're dating and you're not together, like in the same household. I don't know if I could put anybody through that because me personally, I was a bear rebuilding.
Okay, but you know what? Sometimes if you're interested in that person and you may have already rebuilt and they're maybe midway to three quarters of rebuilding, why can't you help them get their shit together?
Help, wait a minute, help how?
No, I mean, you know what? I
I mean,
don't
it's
mean
just, it's a
I don't
question.
mean share your credit with them. I mean show them how to become be that bear that you were to get your credit from down here to up here. You see what I
Okay.
mean? It's like
Yeah.
if you're into this person, if you're into this person and you know what you've had to go through. Some men, well, we're talking men, we're women, so we're talking men.
Okay.
Some men don't know how to get themselves restarted.
You don't think so?
I don't think so.
Well,
Some
some
men
women
don't.
don't.
So, well, okay, I'm not gonna go and have another woman get.
Well, I know that, but
But I'm
okay.
saying if you, okay, you know what? It's like my grandson. My grandson calls me. He's 20, and he calls me and he's like, "Hey, Grams, I'm trying to buy a car. How can I buy a car?" So I'm asking him, "Well, what have you bought? Do you have anything on your credit?" "Well, no." "You ever applied for anything?" "No." "Well, I know he's a ghost. He's never
Mm,
applied for anything, so he's just
yeah.
a ghost."
Yeah.
So I start telling him, "Well, you need to go and do this, this, and that. Go to your bank and get a secure credit card
Hmm.
and start there.
Right. Building there.
Yeah, building there." And I told my granddaughter the same thing. Asia, shit, Asia's damn near 800 now.
Oh, oh,
I'm like
oh.
her. I'm like Asia. Why don't you help Grams out a little bit?
So the question I asked earlier about can you stand to be around or stick around while someone is building their credit, Jacqueline says, no, go ahead and rebuild and get back to me. That's my girl.
Well, see, she
And
said she don't date anyway, so
And Gina says, let's see, I don't got a lot of time to wait on rebuilding. I'm gonna need them to already be on top of their game, my girl. Miss Daniels. She said, right. Some people don't or do not know how to restructure their finances and get it back together. They do need help. And she also says that it's a disservice of our school system that doesn't teach this information so that those of us that they know and need how to do know need to share that information. Good grandma.
and
So you're
that's
a good grandma.
true. I agree with Miss Daniels.
Yep.
Schools need to, instead of teaching how to practice safe sex, they need to teach us add on how to build your credit and keep it.
And you know what? And that's why I'm glad we have Stephanie Warren Jenkins. And that's why you guys need to really check out our sponsor. Stephanie Warren Jenkins does just that. She will help you get you back on a good financial track by helping you to clean up your credit and building your credit. So you guys got to check her out. Go to our website at hottopicstalkradio.com/sponsors. Look for Miss Stephanie Warren Jenkins of the FES Protection Plan. Oh my gosh. This has been an interesting show. We've got 3 minutes left.
Well, I haven't laughed like this in a long time. And
You
thinking
know
about think,
what? Okay, so every time you get into telling us a story, this is what happens.
it does. It is, isn't it?
This, yeah, this is what happens, because can nobody tell a story quite like you do. Um, I really hope you guys enjoyed tonight. And I do apologize for me going off on the Alexis, whatever her name was, Alexa
Well,
something.
they weren't invited.
You know, but they put it out there. I give it back. That's just the way I am. I can't help it. It's just who I am. And I don't apologize for who I am and what I say to people. If they want to be rude to me, I'll be rude back. I know that it gets on some people's nerves or it looks bad, some people might say, but it's just who I am. And we work hard at making these shows interesting for you guys, people that want to come in and enjoy it. So we don't like the disruptions. And the people that work with me on these shows, I'm not going to allow for someone to just come in and disrespect the host or disrespect my audience. So that's all I'm going to say. And it's not synthetic, it's human. Oh my God. Oh my gosh. All right. So, any last thoughts, Miss Yvonne Baker?
And you know what? Thank you guys for joining us tonight. And I mean, if you find somebody that you really like, and I know all you guys that are out there right now, y'all got perfect credit. Y'all ain't never had credit problems. But, if you find somebody that you like and they have a little credit challenge, don't hurt to help a brother out or a sister. Just just show them what to do in case they, or give them Stephanie's phone number. Something.
Say, here, brother, I got a little something for you.
Yeah. Just give them my phone number. She'll appreciate it.
Well, I'm glad that we could do this show, Yvonne. I really am, because, I mean, seriously, this not only helps people to understand what other people are thinking when we talk about good credit or bad credit, it also gave us an opportunity to put Stephanie's name out there, share what she does. She's one of our sponsors, and it fit right on time. So,
It
Miss Yvonne
did.
Baker, good job on the topic tonight.
And
Good job.
next week we will try to stay on topic.
You're right.
I
That
said
don't ever happen. Miss Butler asked if she said, this has been a great show. Do you guys come on every week at the same time? Yes, we do, Miss
yes, we
Butler.
do.
Absolutely. We're here every Wednesday night at 8 o'clock p.m. Pacific, 10 o'clock Central, and 11 o'clock on the East Coast. You've got to check out also some of the other shows, Miss Dana. You got to check out Man to Man, which is on tomorrow night. I'll actually be sitting in for Chris Smith tomorrow night. I've been on
You're doing a
every
lot of
show.
sitting in this week.
Yeah, I'm like wiped out. I'm wiped out. So I'll be sitting in for Chris Smith tomorrow night. I'll be sitting in for him with Richard Hall. So, oh my God, I'm going to try and be good. I am. I'm really going to try and be good. I'm going to do
What's the
my.
topic?
You ready? Tomorrow night's topic, Jacqueline, because see, Jacqueline's going to have a ball with this one. Miss Dana, I hope you can make tomorrow night's show too. Miss Yolanda, also Mr. McNeil. Who else did I have in here? Tomorrow night, Miss Daniels. Who else? Linda Martz. Oh my gosh, it was a bunch of folks in here tonight. So tomorrow night's show on Man to Man TV. Prenup or pre-not?
Hey, we need to call in Kanye on this one.
So the show tomorrow night is about, prenuptial agreements, when you should have them, when you shouldn't have them, why it's a good idea to have them, how people get caught up when they don't have them. I say get a prenup. I got $13 in my bank account. You ain't getting shit.
I say do a credit check on them first before you do a prenup.
Oh my gosh, do a credit check. Then you'll find out he's got $13.50.
Exactly.
No, that's credit.
all into
Oh,
lactation.
oh my gosh. All right. So we're going to go ahead and get out of here. Once again, Hot Topics Talk Radio and the Hot Topics Talk Radio Network is sponsored by Shades of Africa in 2 locations, 2 in the city of Corona and in the city of Long Beach. Also sponsored by SPMG Media. Thank you, Miss Gina Smith, for doing what you do for the Hot Topics Talk Radio Network. She is our publicist, making sure that we continue to be seen all over the world. That's why we are hitting 12 countries. So thank you, Miss Gina Smith. Also, thank you to Miss Stephanie Warren Jenkins of FES Protection Plan. She will make sure to get you back on a better financial standing. And also, Mr. Reggie Kearney, the editor-in-chief of Urban Sentinel. So make sure that you head on over to our website at hottopicstalkradio.com/sponsors. Make sure that you follow Hot Topics Talk Radio here on Facebook, and you'll get all of the information on any of the shows that we're getting ready to put on, and you'll be able to also go back to our website and look at these shows after they've been recorded. So with that being said, once again, join us tomorrow night, or I should say join me sitting in for Chris Smith with Richard Hall tomorrow night on Man to Man TV. The show starts at 7:00 p.m. Pacific, 9:00 Central, and 10:00 on the East Coast. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get out of here. I'm going to put up Roland D's page, or his picture, because he was missing tonight. So this is in honor of Roland D.
What is it, Dalai Lama?
Yeah, Dalai Lama D.
Dalai Lama, yeah, Dalai Lama D.
Oh my gosh. I love my team. I love you guys. I do.
Thank you.
I really do. Love the viewers. We have the best. We have the best viewers. So come on back tomorrow night on Man to Man TV with me and Richard Hall, and I'm sitting in for Chris Smith. It's been a blast, and I can't thank you guys enough. And we will see you back here on Hot Topics Talk Radio next Wednesday night at 8:00 p.m. Pacific, 10:00 Central, and 11:00 on the East Coast. And always make sure that you keep God first and let Him take the first step. We'll see you guys next week. Bye-bye. Good night.
Good night.
Hot Topics Talk Radio TV, you are clear.